first and foremost is spiritual. Secondly is the physical end, or the prepping end, or the survival end, whatever you want to call it. Again, you have to look and see where you're at. Some people are in apartments, some people are in the city, and they can't leave, or they can't move to the country, or they can't move from New York to South Carolina or another state, or, that's potentially safer. So you have to deal with what you're given. So in what you're given, make the best preparations that you can for yourself, your family, to survive an extended period. We always said, when I had my channel years ago, I used to talk to a guy named Miami Prepper, and we used to always pray
Miami Prepper
90 days. 90 days was like what we shot for. 90 days where you didn't have to worry about leaving your house.
Yeah.
And I would still say that today, that 90 days or more, if you could do it, is good, because the less you have to go out in an event of some type of unrest, which I think is coming due to politics in the country. I don't care if you're left or right or whatever. The politics, the situation in the Middle East and Ukraine. You probably know a lot more, being in the military, kind of what's going on that aspect of it.
Right.
But I'm just the way I'm looking at it, we could possibly overnight be in a war, World War III, whatever you want to call it. We could have simultaneously attacks at home from within, from people that have come here illegally, let's say, from all over the world.
Right.
And now that are in our cities and our towns. And so the person, just the average person looking at that, has to say to themselves, what if all of this broke bad kind of all at once, plus now a possible pandemic coming in, H5N1,
right,
which is kind of slowly, I'm seeing the same things we saw in 2019 leading up to. What if all that hit like a tidal wave kind of around just before the election? Let's say going into the fall, August, September, with kind of all this stuff snowballing and happening, and then, hey, we can't have an election, or we got to postpone it, or there's all kinds of things on the table that let's call them politicians, governments can use to push us in any one of those directions, or all of those directions at once.
Yeah.
Now what? Then what do you do?
Wow.